smash bang in the middle of the British Isles. A village at the very heart of North Wales. We were once integral on the road from London to Ireland, with a history that dates back to the Middle Ages. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mochdre. A place of work and a place of play. And this show is built by the people who live here, for the people who live here, so we can show the world what it's all about. So if you want to share your news and views, if you have a special skill or talent that you want to share, or you want to tell us your stories of Mochdre past and present, or if you just want to kick back and watch the fun unfold, get involved. 1 p.m. every Sunday. Pigtown Theatre's Facebook Live. Like, subscribe, share, and let's get the world to follow Mochdre.
Prynawn da, croeso I, good afternoon and welcome to another Follow Mochdre with me, your host, Simon HR. Well, another crazy week on lockdown, I'm afraid. It's getting a lot worse as we expected. Rules are changing all the time. It's different for England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and of course Wales. And it really is quite difficult for people now. Going into winter, we really do have to be vigilant. We really do have to keep safe. Wear your mask wherever you go indoors. Really do abide by the rules, and we can all get through this in one piece. Coming up in the programme, we have all the favourites once again. So without any much more messing about, why don't we get straight into it? Here he is. He's the man. He's still not happy. It's Psychotic.
Psychotic, the cleaner. If you need the place cleaning, he's your man.
Santa Charlie, we're gonna help outside to meet the dog with again.
I copy that. I'm on my way. Woo! Damn! So this one really grinds my gears. Look at this. Look at that. A traffic cone in the middle of a hedge. Is that right? No, that is not right. Why would you take a traffic cone and put it in the middle of a hedge? Look at this. Who does this kind of stuff, huh? Who actually does this? This is wrong. I mean, stop doing this! It's wrong! Yeah, baby! Another one down! Yes! That is what I am talking about! Boom!
Yes, and welcome to another kick-off. Here we are, next contestant. Oh, it's a quick run-up. Oh, very skillful there, our Joel Garner. Yes, he's been in the village for 4 years. Oh, he's looking good. Oh, was he giving it enough legs? No, he hasn't. Oh dear. What went wrong there? Oh, and it's going in. I can't believe it. The crowd are going wild. Oh, but it's stopping again. Oh, it's such a cruel game. Oh, well, there's its target, the line there, but oh dear me, where's it going? Off it goes for the corner of shame again. Oh dear. Well, there we are, and there it lies. It's such a cruel sport. And that says it all. Joel Garner, not the West Indian fast bowler. Mochdre indeed. Joel Garner moves into second place with 5.05 metres. Jenny Roberts still on top. Join us next time for some more Kickoff. Well done, Joel there. Some great skills in Kickoff. By the way, the roll-off's heating up. Ooh, yes it is. We're going to have the finale very soon, so stay tuned for that one coming up in the season. But now, we have a brand new feature for you. Yes, it's the time for our pets to take centre stage. Of course, it's the little fluffy ones, and the kittens, and the puppies, and all the nice little birdies, and me, little cutie birdies, and all that lot. Yeah, send in your clips. They do the funniest things, and the first one is going to absolutely make you howl with laughter. A footballing budgie. It's Hedwig.
I thought a pony can creeping up on me.
Yes, you did. You saw a football playing budgerigard. How bizarre. But wasn't that brilliant? Hedwig, send them in. Get your pets on camera and send them over to us so everyone can have a good old laugh. It's just what we need at this moment, innit? Some light-hearted relief from the very dark world. Anyway, coming up next, we have a great lad. I met him the other day. He sings a lot. He plays his guitar. He used to be involved in Pi Records. He's called Aaron Cooper, and he's all about a Mochdre thing. Check him out. Aaron Cooper, where are you from?
I'm from North Wales, born and bred.
Good lad. What's your inspiration for your music?
Life itself, I suppose. My father being into or Bowie, should I say, and a little bit of Motown, a little bit of Buddy Holly, a little bit of Beautiful South, a bit Paul Simon and Simon and Garfunkel.
Cool.
All those kind of bits and bobs, really. Anything from the 60s is cool. It seemed like an easier life, no?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you write your own stuff?
Yeah. I think I'd take. I think it's important to express yourself. People don't always have the chance to do it, so it's like it's a luxury, but it shouldn't be a luxury. It should be a day-to-day kind of everyday beautiful thing that we do that's just good for our souls and our being, but less so hippie than that, more so like just about keeping us on the straight and narrow and just being happy with ourselves, you know. It's, if we get a chance to, we like moving our hands, so you know we can draw and do all those things, so we can be busy in other terrible ways, you know. The devil makes light work for idle hands and whatnot, so if you put them to use in that way, yeah, it's a chance to express yourself. So it's always been a fascination to want to write my own music.
Sean Ryder,
Alice, I'm weak. Oh, Alice, I'm weak. The truth of the matter is all that we seek, so now speak. Distance is not the measure of me, so now see. We're 4,000 miles from each. One day's our hearts will meet, but I keep on walking alone. The food, it don't taste good, it tastes like yours. And I know if I can't keep hold of your soul, I will grow. Follow Mochdre.
Good lad. Told you. Really cool lad, isn't he? Good on him. Showing us some skills there. All from Mochdre. Get your skills in. It's a Mochdre thing. Absolutely. We've got some really talented people in this village. We should be celebrating them. Anyway, coming up now, another one of our pets. Yes, indeed. Ever seen a cat playing fetch? You will now. It's Ginny.
clever girl. Ready? Good girl. Ready?
Hello, and welcome to the news from The View. The swings have arrived! Ruth has been to Basingstoke. We must all wear masks. Susie is getting a runabout. Morris is stuck on the roof.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Pigtown Man here. I hope you're all good. Here we are in Mochdre Minecraft, and it's all going off. Look at this. I've started destroying my big faithful ship of lava, water, lava, water, lava, water. And that's Terrace Street. It's starting to get a bit of lava down there, and it's burning, but oh, I'll have to... yeah, I might have to sort that out in a minute. Okay, here we go. Lots of TNT. This is the moment we've all been waiting for so long. Oh no, here we go. I really don't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to get rid of my big faithful ship where I made all the big thing down. Okay, here we go. Hold on to your hats. I don't want to do this. How am I gonna trigger this? I don't know. How can I trigger this? Oh, hang on. I gotta do something. Wait. I gotta actually get a lever or something in here. Hang on a minute. There's a lever. And, yep, there's some... let's get some redstone while we're at it. That's a redstone and put it in there. Yep, there we go. And, okay, let's get some redstone and a lever. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's get some redstone in there. Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't really want to do this, but I'm gonna have to do it. Oh, okay, here we go, people. It's gonna be at night, so it'll look cool. Okay, let's go. Oh, no. Hold on to your head. Oh, my goodness. Boom, baba. Well, that got rid of some of it. It didn't get rid of it all. But we got water lava all over the place now. Oh, dear. I'm gonna have to save Terrace Street somehow. It's gonna burn. Oh, well, there we go, people. My big construction's all gone. I hope we're all happy. Oh, dear. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Well, good afternoon everyone. A week to go until the virtual London Marathon. Feeling slightly nervous. My number came through yesterday, so I was really pleased to get that through. That was lovely. As you can see, walking along gorgeous Rose Prom. Obviously just a bit away from Mochdre. So hard to believe, obviously we live in such a gorgeous area. A huge thank you obviously to everybody that supported me so far with my walk and my run and my marathon attempt. Just by the old pier now. Just wait for some people to come across the road. So it's been absolutely fantastic. Can't get over the amount of support I've had from people. It's been absolutely amazing. Obviously the weather unfortunately hasn't been fantastic to do training in, but today's been a really good day. I've really enjoyed it. I've done about 10 miles up to now, so you join me, hence the floppy hair really. It's a band trying to keep it in. So again, just a huge thank you for all the support that you guys have given me. I got a few beeps the other morning off hopefully some of you guys that have been watching the blog and watching the programme every week, so a massive thank you if that was you. Kept me going in the mornings, which has been really lovely. So as you can probably hear, I'm a little bit out of breath, but do you know what, it's all going to be worth it. Two absolutely fantastic charities that I'm fundraising for, obviously cancer research and also, sorry, tractor just going past. Yeah, cancer research and the cancer unit in Glenclwyd Hospital. You can tell I'm a little bit frazzled, I can't even get my words out. Yeah, the cancer unit in Glenclwyd Hospital, really close to my heart. Fortunately lost my tie to cancer going on, it's about 13 years ago. And then unfortunately we lost Huey about 4 years ago to bowel cancer. It's an awful disease, it's a horrible disease. And I'm hoping that just a little bit of money, obviously, that I'm raising doing the virtual marathon is hopefully going to help a little bit, is the hope. Obviously it's one of those that as much as we can do, and I know it's a battle for everybody. I know everybody's got their battles in life as well. But also the Arthritis versus Arthritis charity, who I'm really pleased to say have been sharing and liking posts and all sorts, have been absolutely fantastic on social media, so big thanks to you guys. But yeah, no, it's just been, everybody's just been so supportive. With gift aid, I'm pleased to say we've raised just over £400. I only wanted 2, so it's a massive, huge thank you to all you guys for helping me out. Family, friends, I've had absolutely amazing support. My husband Steve's been absolutely amazing. My dad Dilwyn has actually walked 8 miles with me today, so I think that's a PB for him, to be fair. And my mum as well, Carol, for all the lifts and for giving me a bit of a shove to make sure that I'm drinking enough and eating enough and plowing me with biscuits and keeping me going. But as I say, the girls and boys on Porth Areas Runners Group, absolutely fantastic moral support on Facebook. They've been amazing. I know some of the guys are running next weekend as well, so we'll be cheering each other on as we're on the way. So yeah, just a huge thank you to everybody really. Obviously my battle's only going to be small compared to people that go through arthritis and cancer, but do you know what, if we can only do our little bit, especially in lockdown, I think it's really important to remember who your community are and important who people are as well. Again, just a huge thank you for all your support. Pigtown Theatre, Kick have been absolutely amazing, for obviously letting me go on the programme. Getting quite emotional now. It's weird to think that in a week's time I'll be hopefully walking and jogging my little legs off to try and achieve 26.2 miles. But again, a huge thank you for all the support. It's been absolutely fantastic. As I say, the weather hasn't been amazing for doing training, but do you know what, it's one of those, it's like little challenges, unfortunately. And again, it's one of those that if I can do a little bit, then why not? So thank you so much guys, and I think you'll be joining me next weekend on my biggest challenge yet, 26.2 miles. I've got some great family and friends coming to support me on that day as well, so a huge thank you for everybody to helping. But yeah, thank you very much guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Well done, Emma. Keep going. Go on. We're all behind you. She's going to get there and it's going to be brilliant. Well done. Now, coming up, it's that guy again. Is he happy? He always is. It's... Hello, croeso and welcome to bendigedig.com with me, your host, Bendigedig. Ho. And today we got some lovely fare delivered straight to the door. Look at that. Fresh pint of whole milk. Nothing better than some cold milk straight from the bottle. Well, today we have courtesy of Steve's Dairy. Steve Jones Dairy. He delivers from Mochdre. He's up the top there in Mochdre. and he's delivered me half a dozen eggs, some vintage Welsh cheddar, 3 pints of whole milk, a loaf of bread, and some unsalted butter. You. Tell you what. Steve did a great job over lockdown the first time around. Made sure everyone was getting their dairy. Bendicated indeed. So what are you gonna make with some fine bread, some lovely eggs, and some unsalted butter? I tell you what I'm gonna make. You're gonna make some eggy bread. Eggy bread the way Ninth and Roost makes it, indeed. Oh yes! Slap it in the pan there, with a bit of Tommy K. You. Well, you can order everything you want from Steve's Dairy. Get him online, Cotswolds Dairy. He's a local rep. Oh, yes, you'll never look back. Milk direct to your door, can't beat it. Old school. Eggy bread. Oh. Eggy bread. Cannot go wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Treat yourself to some old school right to the door. What? Get out, lad. Hit it. Bang. Well, sadly, that's all we've got time for again. Another show gone on the old Follow Mochdre. But do stay tuned and listen to the wonderful interview I had this week with Jean and Bob Owen. Fascinating couple. They've lived here for many, many years and they are really worth a watch. Good on them. Great people. To play you out now, we have our faithful old crooner. Yes, indeed. I'll leave you in the hands of Pablo Lane. Ta-da! Never mind, I'll find the Welsh Mountain Zoo. It's the first left after the mountain view. I won't forget, I bet I'll remember you said it's the first left after the mountain view. Yes, it's the first left after the mountain view. Well, here we are.
Yeah.
It's a lovely day. Well, it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, between the shows.
So, now, when did you move to Mochdre, the pair of you? Where did you meet? Let's see, where did you meet?
On a pier in Cowan Bay in the Saturday night dances.
No, it wasn't a Saturday night dance, it was a
The
Royal...
first one
Yeah,
was the St David's Day dance on
but
the
it was
pier.
probably with the RAF Association.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
it was.
Bob had just come back from Malaya doing his national service.
Right.
And he was walking through the dances, not
Yeah.
round them. And I said to my friend, "Who's that?" And she says, "Bob Owen, do you want to meet him?" No. He came straight over to our table and asked my sister to dance.
Because
She's
of
my
twins.
twin.
Identical twin.
Never.
Yeah.
2 for the price of 1.
Absolutely.
And then he came back again and asked Joan again. So
Yeah.
Joan said, "Would you like to dance with my sister?" And he said, "What are you talking about? Your sister?" He said, "The two of you?"
Yeah,
That's great.
it is. Yeah.
He had a few drinks for them.
Wow.
Well, you had to have a drink, didn't you, when you those days to go to.
To go to a dance.
You wouldn't know, but in those days the ladies sat in chairs around the
Yeah.
circumference of the
And
dance
I'll
on the
tell you
pier.
something else.
On the pier.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. They had a bar on one side of the dance floor, And a
Cafe.
little cafe on the other side. Women were no one allowed near the bar.
Really?
You had, so all the women used to go for an orange juice and a Kit Kat on a Saturday night.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But the men all went to the bar.
So times
So
have
there
changed.
was up to 10 o'clock, there'd be hardly any men on the dance floor. They were all women, because they were all in the bar till 10 o'clock. And the bar closed at 10, didn't it?
Yeah, it did in those days.
And then they came in, you see, so you can imagine what they were like by then. They didn't care who they danced with.
So I would dance with them, mate.
So where did you grow up then? Around here?
I grew up here. I was 7 when I came to Cowan Bay to live.
But
From
she
Bangor.
couldn't speak
That was,
English.
I spoke Welsh in those days.
No.
But she's done very well since.
My mum and dad was in the RAF in the valley.
Yeah.
And we lived in Bangor, and then when the war was over, my dad got a job in Cowan Bay, so we moved to Cowan Bay.
Oh, yeah. And so that brought you together. And when did you move into Mochdre?
We moved to Mochdre in 1963,
1963.
June the 21st.
Same house?
Yeah.
Oh,
We've
Been
been
here
here
ever
ever
since.
since.
wonderful.
And that it was a new build then, wasn't it? I mean, it
Yeah.
It was a year old.
Somebody had been here a year before us, but they hadn't
Yeah.
really lived here. But we've lived here ever since. Yeah.
And the day we moved in, because we lived in a flat in Arden Road.
Mhm.
When we first got married, didn't we?
Yeah.
Until we moved here. And when we moved in, because you had to give a week's notice to the surrender the flat.
That's
Because
right.
we paid rent weekly.
Yeah.
And the couple who still had their stuff in here said, "Oh, we can't move the stuff out." Everything in the lounge here, all their furniture. And we had to live in the kitchen and the bedroom and the bathroom.
They're a bit naive, but we were keen to get in. So
Oh, well. Well, you made it yours.
yes. we
Yeah,
did,
I mean, we'd already had, got a mortgage and we were paying it. And that just shows how naive we were then.
Yeah.
We should have charged them rent for leaving their furniture here.
Of course you should. You've been on eBay now.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, when you there's the basic. There was no garden.
No.
They hadn't done the gardens.
No, they hadn't done the gardens, and there's lots of little things they hadn't done. But since we've been here, that was a bedroom originally,
Okay.
Yeah.
and we put 2 bedrooms upstairs. And my friend, the builder, was working on the floor, and he says, "You've got a room for a workshop down there, So we dug one out.
Yeah.
So we got
Right.
the cellar was my little workshop.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And what were you doing in the cellar?
Anything.
Anything and everything.
A
Pianos.
French polisher.
Pianos. So this is the workshop.
It was, and of course they didn't. All I had then those days was shelves. I made all these since.
Beautiful.
And that's another thing I did. That little boat, not the stuff on top, just the boat. I wonder why I do them sometimes.
Oh, they're lovely, man. Well, that's seen some use, the old worktop there.
That was in the original flat we had. It was I made a shelf to hold the television, and it was varnished and everything looked nice. And I've always kept the wood.
Always keep it.
You can see what it's used for now. There's the fridge.
Yeah, the fridge. Oh, well.
But I still keep a few tools.
You got the old tools going there still. Brilliant.
And the telephone.
Well, you never know.
Yeah,
Always
never
on
know.
call.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
It still ends up with stuff being dumped here, doesn't it?
Well, people need stuff doing, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
See that sideboard?
Ooh.
Right.
It's not an antique.
It's not an antique, but we've had that since we got married. Yeah? And Bob polished it when we first had it, but it hasn't been touched since.
been touched. There's a good finish on that, isn't there?
Yeah.
I made that little rack above your head.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
lovely little oak rack there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's a lovely style as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never changes, never dates.
No,
Cracking
no,
furniture.
Yeah. Yeah, I made this little one.
This-
Oh, that's great as well.
And that
Yeah.
little television.
And that little television
Oh,
table.
Yeah,
Well,
lovely.
when we were buying the telly, he said, buy a table, about 250 quid or something. And I thought, I've got some nice little bits of oak there.
You've got lovely flamed oak on the top of that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lovely piece.
Yeah.
Oh, well done. I'm going to be picking your brains now.
Yeah.
I'm not a cabinet maker.
No, but you polish.
Yeah.
That's a skill in itself. I know very well how skilled you have to be to do that,
Mm.
having done it for many years.
Yeah.
But you've got some great finishes on these, and that's lovely. That one up there with your little plates on.
Yeah, it's nice.
Do you collect plates?
Well,
Do you travel?
When we went
Yes,
on
we
holiday abroad,
Yeah.
we used to buy just one little plate like that.
That's what my mother used to do. We've got
Yeah.
thousands of them.
Yeah.
But they're great, aren't they? Because they're lovely little
And they
things.
tell you different places we've been to, Germany, Denmark, and all sorts of different places, you know. Yeah,
And obviously, Gillian is always on the internet, isn't she? And somebody was looking for relatives of a Lutton family.
Okay.
So that was my mother.
Okay.
And it turned out this person's trying to do it. He's a cousin.
No.
So they've been over there to Tennessee, that is.
Oh, right, yeah, this here.
We haven't been.
We haven't been because
We're a bit old for travelling.
I'd like to go.
Tennessee.
But they've been
Deep
over
south.
here, the whole family's been over here.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and they love it. Yeah.
Wow.
But he came over and he didn't speak to us on the phone or anything.
Right.
I thought, here comes this bloody Yankee relative. Scouse accent, which he never ever lost.
Ace.
And I just
They don't, do they?
I just looked at him and I said, "You're a Scouser?" And he said, "Yeah. That's why I didn't speak to you on the phone."
He's a great, but
He's
unfortunately,
a
in the
lovely
meantime,
man.
he's passed away.
He's passed away now.
Oh,
he
shit.
was a
Sad about
lovely man, but he was adopted as a child when he was a baby because his mother died when he was 3 weeks old.
Sure.
And he didn't know anything about her, and all he wanted was a photograph of her. Never seen a photograph of his real mother. And somebody had said they'd got one in a loft. He never got it. But we had lots of photographs
Of the family, and my mother.
Mum, and you know,
Because
I think she was
an
a
Irish
sister,
family.
you see, and
Okay. And where from in Ireland?
Benburb, which is in County Tyrone.
Okay, so
yeah. So we went there for a little holiday.
Yeah, a few 4
years ago now, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So I met a lot of the relatives.
And it's quite emotional when you go to somewhere that you've heard about but never been. Bob's mum used to talk about Benburb all the time, and I said, and she used to tell us different stories about herself, and she was saying her mother died when she was a little girl, and father remarried, and she was a cruel stepmother.
Yeah, storybook.
Cruel stepmother. I said, Mum, she said, 2 of my brothers and myself decided we'd run away. So they climbed out of the bedroom window, running up the road to run away. Nothing on their feet. A neighbour caught them.
Oh, dear me.
But then all the girls, once they got to 12, were sent off to service.
Right.
And Bob's mum came to Liverpool.
As a nurse?
Just as a service, no.
Oh, service?
I've got a horrible feeling.
Downstairs kitchen there she was.
I've got a horrible feeling that I knew they would go into Canada, but that they would sell the child actually.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, and I think nobody's ever said it, but I think that's what the truth is. They wanted pennies. They had a family that they couldn't afford to keep.
Yeah.
I think another thing was, this has got nothing to do with Mochdre, isn't it?
Doesn't matter. It's great. Carry on.
Another thing we think too, that because at the time when his wife had died, and because he has so many girls at home, I think the idea was that a father wasn't supposed to bring girls up on his own. So that's why they were sent off to service to work for different people. And the funniest thing of Bob's mum, even though she worked in Liverpool, the family that she worked for had property in Conway Valley.
Right.
What's it called? Plasholland.
Yeah.
And she was brought with them. They thought the world of her.
Right.
They were Liverpool
See those
shippers.
2 pictures behind you on the wall there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the bottom one
That's St. Michael's now.
was
St. Michael's.
painted by their son,
Both of them are.
this family's son,
Who'd been in the First World War.
and he'd got
Shell shock.
shell shock.
Wow. That's beautiful, aren't they?
They are lovely, aren't
fair
they?
play.
He had a real touch, didn't he?
Yeah.
Incredible.
And she said, I think Bob's mum must have been very kind to him. And when she got married to Bob's dad, they gave her loads of furniture, didn't they?
Furnished a house, I think.
Yeah.
Well, there we are.
Because they thought the world of her.
But one time when she was with the family, they went to I don't know,
Switzerland.
the Switzerland or
Yeah.
somewhere, but they took her with them.
Fair enough.
She was a lovely lady. There's no two ways about it.
What was her name?
Kathleen.
Kathleen.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Kathleen
proper.
Isabella.
Kathleen, it's the Irish way of saying it as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
Kathleen.
Yeah. She really was a lovely lady.
And a lot ended up in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the story of that, don't
Yeah.
you? Somebody said that, why are there so many Irish people in Liverpool? Well, he said, the boat stopped there, didn't it? So they thought they were in...
They thought they were in America.
They just got off. Oh dear. That's like the other way is a white. The Irish are only the Welsh that could swim. Anyway, let's move on to Mochdre.
Yeah.
So, do you remember anything of the carnivals down in Mochdre?
Well, yes, we do, because Christian, our eldest daughter, she was
With the
attendant
Queen.
on one of these little rose days.
The Rose Queen, yeah,
Yeah.
May Queen, yeah.
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 And
She was 7 and 8 when she was in it.
yeah,
And it was quite. They were good for gathering together. You know, the mums would usually meet at school and say, "We're organising the Rose Day. Can your daughter be in it? And can you sew?" And so we all had to make the dresses that they wore and things like that, you know. And then the year Christian was in it, they had, was it 6 little attendants to the Rose Queen, and there were 2 in yellow, 2 in pink, and 2 in turquoise. So Christian was 1 in pink. But we enjoyed every minute of it. We had to make their little bouquets ourselves, flowers from the garden if
yeah,
possible.
sweet peas and
You know,
whatever.
anything, you just tie them with a little bow or something, you know. And it was lovely. It was a nice time then, you know, because the children were at school, you got to know, and that it was a good way for the community to mix.
But the currently cortege or whatever you call it, it's not that, it was a procession.
Yeah.
It would start somewhere by the Mountain View, didn't it? And then I think it went up the main road, and then
They used to go
mostly it
through
went
the
around the
estate.
housing estate.
Around the house.
That was on the flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were, you see, they had visiting Rose Queens coming as well,
Yeah.
didn't they? You know,
It was a big.
it was a very good community in those days, you know.
And I think
It
really,
really was.
it was the ladies in the council houses that were the
They were the instigators of it all.
and they did a good job.
Yeah.
But
Let them get on with it.
they'd tell you what they wanted and they'd give you patterns for the dresses, and it was up to you then to, you know, but the fabric all had to be the same, only in 3 different colours. And it was a lovely time. It was a lovely time.
And your daughters went to Custennin
Yeah.
when it was new, I expect.
Well, Gillian, yes,
Yes,
she was
Gillian
talking
did.
to
Our
Vicky.
little daughter, yes.
Yeah.
She was one of the first, she was the last year, if you like, but one of the first years to go up to Custennin.
The first cohort that went through.
Rather
Yeah.
than going to
Yeah.
West End.
West End.
Yeah.
Yes.
Christine had to go to the West End. She went to Conway Road.
Right.
But Gillian was one of the first lot to go. And to start with, they had cabins in the juniors in the infant school, you know.
Okay, on the. I get it.
Annexes,
And they had cabins there to start with.
So, what was the. Do you remember the school being built then, Custennin?
Yes.
We do,
Yeah.
really. I mean,
Yeah.
well, it
It's
was.
just over the hill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only fault about it is it's up that steep road.
I know.
Yeah, but it is a good school.
Oh, it's a great school
Yeah.
still, you know.
Yeah.
When I went there, my kids
Did
had
you
gone
really?
there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
yeah.
Yeah.
of
By
course.
Barnard and Custennin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you see, it's in those pictures, isn't it, that Mr. Hughes was the first headmaster.
He was.
Yeah.
He looked like a good egg.
I think he was all right, yeah. Yeah.
Our youngest daughter, we'd been shopping one day, came home, and she's fast asleep on the floor here. Louise, what are you doing home from school? I had enough. Come home. Do they know you're home? No, don't suppose so. I didn't want to stay in school anymore, so come home.
Which you do.
We rang the headmaster. He said, "Oh my goodness, thank goodness you've rung us. We've been looking everywhere for her." Of course, the ones in charge in the playground.
Yeah.
Suddenly thought, Louise isn't with Dawn and somebody else. Where is she? They didn't know where she was.
Oh, no.
Oh, they panicked.
Oh, that is a
Terrible
panic.
time. I said, right, I'm bringing her straight back. No, not going back. Yes, you are, Louise. I said, you've got to be in school till 3:30 and you're going back. So she changed out of her little uniform and everything. She wasn't going back. Anyway, we got her back and the headmaster took us in the study. And he said, "Who are your friends, Louise?" She's Dawn and Anne and Samantha and somebody else. Right, he said, so he called the teacher and said, "Will you bring them in?" Brought them into the... So the four of them were sitting there just chatting away to Louise, you know, as if they were absolutely... They didn't realise they were in the headmaster's study. No. Chatting away. And then he just carried on talking to us. He said, "I think she'll be all right now." So he said, "Would you like to go back to class now, girls?" "Yes." And Louise just goes up going, yeah. And you know, to this day, we don't know why she did it. She doesn't know herself.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Just walked out. Yeah. Fair enough.
She had enough. I didn't want to stay there anymore.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Well, you know how you go and see the teachers to see how they're getting on?
Yeah.
Every one of them said, "She's a delight to be with her, but she really lives in a little world of her own. But it must be a very happy little world." Mm. And one of the teachers said, I was walking back down, and he said, "Now follow Louise, not purposely, but I was behind her." He said, "She hops, skips and jumps every inch of the way home, between the pavement and the road, hopping into the gutter like this." He said, "I've never seen such a happy child."
Brilliant.
But getting her attention in school was impossible.
Wow. And she's gone on and done well now.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is it, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's from strong communities that we get people that go on and do great
We came to Mochdre mostly because that's where the house turned up.
Yeah, that's what most people say.
Yeah.
Well, we were sort of in the position where we felt we were ready to buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob was working for himself in those days. No car vehicle, he went everywhere on the bus. So you only went Llandudno, weren't you, to see a job. Weekly Newsday.
Mm-hmm.
Reading it on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Bungalow for sale in Mochdre.
The contact was a lady, an address in Craigerdon.
Mm-hmm.
So I got off the bus and went straight to the house. And she said, "It's my daughter's house."
Right.
And that was it.
And they came to pick us up that evening to come and see it. And of course it was brand new.
Yeah.
We'd been living in a flat in an old house, you know, and I said, "There's no stairs, Bob. No stairs to climb."
Brilliant. On a great spot, you know.
It is. It's
brilliant views. And
the strange thing is, you know, I suppose it's the same when you live in. You live up the top of something, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Do you find if somebody new comes to see you, oh, what a fantastic view, you see it through their eyes, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Because it's something you've looked at all along.
You're right.
And it's just part of your home.
You're absolutely right.
But then it says, "What a fantastic view," and you think, it is a fantastic
Several
view.
customers came here and they said, "Don't tell the council about that view. They'll put your rates up."
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's strange.
So we came to Mochdre.
Yes.
Which has changed an awful lot in all those years.
It must have done. What have you seen? What have you seen? What can you remember from the 60s?
Well, if you said the first thing you came to Mochdre, the gasworks.
Yes.
Yeah, slight sniff of gas. But
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And the old roadway down to where the farm was at the bottom.
Oh, right.
Was still there.
Okay.
You know the two gateways?
Yeah.
Posts on the main road?
Yeah.
Just the bottom of the road here is on the other side.
Oh, at the bottom of this road, Bevan Avenue.
Yeah,
Gower
on
Road.
the other side of the main road.
I get
There's like a gateway.
There is, yeah.
And there's two pillars.
There is, yeah.
That was the way down to the farm.
Ah.
And I think they decided, probably once they built up the houses, they decided to keep those.
Yeah.
That gateway there.
Yeah.
But it went all the way down to the bottom to probably where Quinton Hazel is.
Yes.
See, that's another thing, Quinton Hazel's.
Yeah.
That was a busy factory.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of local people worked there. And as you're coming from you past the cemetery cup, everybody's walking from going for the bus, or the well-off ones were driving, weren't they?
Yeah.
And there was a
big
place to
concern.
work, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course we had it wasn't strictly Mochdre, but the isolation hospital was in
Dinth Road.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Very handy next to the cemetery. You know.
A cousin of mine worked there for a while.
Yeah. But then the crematorium wasn't there then, was it?
No.
No.
When did they build the crematorium?
I don't know, but it certainly wasn't there when we came here.
I remember my auntie saying to me when she came in, she used to look out this window. She said, "Oh, you'll be able to wave to me when I die, Jean." I said, "Oh, what are you talking about?" She said, "Because this is the only crematorium. This is where, of course, they built one in Bangor after."
They did.
And that's where she was coming.
There was a quarry, Llangostyn, in there,
Yes.
just over there.
Yes.
And a couple of times a day it was getting very noisy because they got a conveyor belt with all the rocks on it, you know.
Oh, really?
So-
You can remember that?
Oh God, yeah, that was constant, that was.
And did that come down to the railway?
No, it was higher up, nearer the church actually.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Llangostyn Church.
Yeah.
And then there's a lay-by there,
Yes.
which
Which is still there.
it's still there, but I
yeah.
think they put rocks there to stop campers or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
And
that
they
was
used
a
to
spot.
bring stuff down there and
Yeah.
wagon them up and off they go.
Yeah.
Limestone.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you something else my friend told me, Marion, she's lived in Mochdre all her life. And you know where the path that goes up, what they call the Bogey Lane?
Bogan, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Well, next, just go a little bit further on the road,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a path that goes up into the woods.
Yes.
There used to be a little chapel there, apparently.
No.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
Marion
know.
told me that. I didn't know anything about
Yeah, well,
it.
she's grown up in Mochdre, and she.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's worth investigating.
Yeah.
I know
there's a
I know
little chapel
Trevor
there.
Owen down on the front here. He's
Yeah.
been poking around up there and seen they've still got the old carts in
Yeah.
by the mine.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they're still in the woods there
Oh,
now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
been up there. He's 83, 4.
I'm older than him.
Well, yeah, show him a thing or two.
Marion could probably tell you an awful
A little
lot about
chapel down there. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Because she said she used to go there to Sunday school.
No.
Yeah.
Good heavens.
Oh,
And
right
I-
next to Llangostyn Church as well.
Oh, yeah.
Not
just-
far.
Bogey
Not
Lane
far
side
from
of the
me,
road,
Bogey-
yeah.
Yeah,
but just
yeah.
slightly
Up the hill.
further. It's probably opposite Llangostyn, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
There's another little path that goes up in a stile to
Right.
go into the woods.
Right.
It was right on the edge of the road there, above the road, because there's a stone wall, isn't there?
I'll have to investigate.
Yeah. I mean, Marion could probably tell you a lot more than me.
So, Vicky was saying something about horse and cart in Mochdre. You
Horse and
remember horse and cart?
I can't
Marion
remember
probably
that.
would.
Yeah.
I bet Marion would.
Yeah.
It's been really nice, Marion, to come
Horse
in.
and cart.
But Bevan Avenue was named after the Bevan family, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe
It
so.
was,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah. And
no.
all this, where our bungalows and everything are, was an orchard.
An orchard.
Yeah,
and the-
an apple orchard, yeah.
the building, originally they said there would be an apple tree in every garden, but that didn't work.
No. By the
But
time
yeah,
I
that
started
we're-
digging everywhere.
Next door but one down there, there was an orchard there when we came.
Right.
And the gent that owned it, he used to keep bees there as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had
Nice.
beehives there.
Yeah.
So what for the future? What's your plans?
Future? What
Yeah.
kind of future have we
You
got?
got any-
Short walk to the cemetery there.
Slow walk. On a hill.
Yeah, you can slide us down.
Slide down.
Yeah.
No, you must want. There must be something that you'd like to on your bucket list.
I don't know
Towards the-
really.
Yeah, on my bucket list is to go to America, but I don't know whether
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I mean, the door's open for
Well,
us.
because you knew about the smithy, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember him as a kid. They were
Yeah.
shoe horse there.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen it back in its heyday. It's still quite a big concern.
Well,
Though.
that was another thing. You see, that all I went really was as far as the mountain view.
Yeah.
I tell you another thing about the mountain. I don't know if you recall. The gents' toilet was across the road.
No.
You had to come out the pub across the road.
And into the little coach house over
Yeah.
there. Ah.
That was where I suppose it's where the old age houses are. I suppose it was just on the just opposite the back door there.
All right.
Yeah.
Funny.
Did you know, remember Molly Malone selling her chips and her...
I remember Molly.
Greasy chips.
Yeah.
Well, I used to go down there to pick up my mum's cigarettes when I was about 5
Oh,
years old.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
into Molly Malone, get the
Yeah.
shopping,
Yeah.
halfpenny sweets,
Yeah.
come home, halfpenny sweets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh,
Well,
you
when
wouldn't-
Edwards' shops were the same, wasn't it?
Yes,
And
yeah.
when we
You
used to
wouldn't
go...
let the kids buy sweets there, though, would you?
I did, yes, but
Yeah.
you had to point out from
Oh
outside.
no, that
and
was
do it.
Anne. That was Anne.
Anne's, Edwards'.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
which is now Hungry's.
It
Yes.
is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anne's still in the village.
Yes,
Yeah,
I saw her
she's,
yesterday.
I'll have to catch
Yeah.
up with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd been another
She
good
said,
one.
Yeah.
she told
She
me,
would.
no, yesterday, the day before, she told me she was 77 now.
God.
Yeah, and she was due to go this morning, fly out to Seville, but it has been cancelled because of the...
Shame.
She's already had a cruise cancelled in June. So I'm devastated. I haven't had a holiday this year.
Oh.
She said, what have I got to moan about?
So, who did you make this for?
My eldest daughter, she's up in Scotland. And one day she says, "Oh, can Dad make me a doll's house?" I hadn't quite got the message, so I made that, which is... It's got a toilet there in the garden, and I made the furniture on the inside, tiny stuff.
And just to close, speaking of granddaughters, this is Gemma Feeney, whose name was included on the Thank You NHS Spitfire, which did a fly past recently. This is Gemma Feeney, who is based in Cambridgeshire, and she's a paediatric nurse and Jean and Bob's granddaughter.
Follow Mochdre.